alive after he was struck in the head by lightning.
It's crazy, really. He spoke with meteorologist Stacey Ann Gooden about the near-death experience, and she's joining us now live in the studio with more on this. So when did this actually happen?
This happened last year, and boy, let me tell you, when I spoke to him, I was floored. And the fact that he has remained so positive is just what an inspiration. These images, by the way, captured by EarthCam, this from multiple angles. It's nature's power at work. And with spring in full swing and summer not too far behind, thunderstorms will likely become more frequent. When there's thunder, there's lightning, and getting struck could be deadly. The National Weather Service reported 19 fatalities in the U.S. alone from lightning strikes last year. And I sat down with lightning strike survivor Robert Zeller to discuss the harrowing ordeal that almost cost him his life.
Thunderstorms, you could see the way off to the north. Like it was sunny out.
Robert Zeller describes the exact moment before being struck by lightning.
I was like leaning on the hood of the car reading my phone.
It was July 30th, 2022. Based on radar data collected that day, pop-up thunderstorms developed across coastal South Carolina, which may have triggered a bolt out of the blue.
A lightning strike will actually come out of the top of the thunderstorm and strike in clear air. All you need is the sunshine to get those popcorn thunderstorms. And they're not going to be severe. They're not going to really produce tornadoes or hail, but lightning is the main threat.
Lightning can strike up to 10 to 25 miles outside of a storm. For the 72-year-old's cancer survivor, another life-threatening situation was the last thing on his mind. He moved to South Carolina after losing his wife a decade ago and his son just a few years later. The Georgetown community was the perfect place to settle. He was 5 minutes from home when the impact from the strike totaled his car, shattered his phone, and left him unconscious.
I stopped breathing. My heart stopped. So they did CPR. The next thing I knew, I was in an ambulance. This was 16 days later. I still have a scab where the lightning hit me in the head.
The electric shock traveled through his body, leaving behind other scars no longer visible after being treated at a local burn unit. While he says there are no emotional scars left, he's still coping with the after effects from the strike and still has trouble hearing.
There's neurological damage in my hands. They're still not.
Are they numb?
They're not really numb. They just like tingle.
Tingles.
But sometimes they hurt. You know, it's like the nerves are trying to regenerate.
He was later admitted to Emerge Nursing and Rehabilitation at Glen Cove, where he graduated from wheelchair to walker.
When Robert got here, he had a very difficult time with any kind of mobility. Coordination was very thrown off. Balance was very thrown off. He wasn't able to walk without a lot of assistance.
The internationally recognized subacute rehab facility recently received a gold standard for brain injury recovery.
We are the only subacute rehab facility that is recognized with this distinction in New York State.
For 45 days, 7 days a week, Robert came to this facility for 1-hour therapy sessions where he worked on different techniques from speech therapy to free weights and a whole lot more.
This kind of movement here you'll see at a typical gym, but it's here to maintain strength.
No longer angry after his brush with fate, the former X-ray tech and Navy vet focuses on the positive and uses humor as a way of healing.
Look, you're fortunate. Yeah, it's not the best thing in the world, obviously, but you know, it could have been much worse. And I have a little butt, you know, I'm skinny. So they did tell me that.
It came out of there? There was no, seriously, it came out of your butt? The lightning strike?
They think. That's what they told me.
That's what they think. Well, you know what? The safest place would have been in his car. Of course, it did lessen the blow, according to medical experts. The fact that he was sitting in his car. 90% of folks struck by lightning survive, but they have lifelong neurological problems. In the meantime, as the saying goes, when thunder roars, go indoors, avoid pipes, metal objects, electrical equipment, and don't forget to check your weather forecast. That's what we're here for. You can find more tips on our website, pix11.com. For now, we'll send things